All right, we are live. Welcome to another edition of RJ's Lives. We have our great international panel of hosts and guests and stuff. We got John from Thrifty Kniffy. We have Patty from Across the Shuck. Stephen is here, and Tom from Knife Delights is here also. Hey, good morning, Mimo. I see you're here. Our master moderator, Michael Morgan, is here. Swamp Stomper, I see you. El Phoenix, Kirby Creek Outfit, howdy from Washington. Yep, howdy from all the places we're from. So, so good. I hope all you guys are doing good. Here it is, Super Bowl Sunday.
There you go.
There
Okay.
it is.
Bye.
Okay, I'm going to add in. We have a special guest, Freedom Frog Gear. He's here. There he is, Frog himself.
Hey guys.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Frog.
Good to see you.
So you're actually wearing the frog hood, huh?
Yes. My friend Jamie made this for me, and I figured it was fitting. So
it certainly is. Well, on this show, it's certainly fitting, wouldn't you say, Stephen?
Definitely. That is very. I'm going to get my my leprechaun hat soon.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah. Yep. We need that. Hey, Dean P. I see there. Twang Thang. Tony's Ponies. Hello from Wales. Well, hello from the U.S. and from Ireland. Hey, Pete, I see you're there. Pete, I need your permission. We have Woodsman Knives channel from Scandinavia. Nice. Welcome. Yes, certainly a perfect international gathering of knife nuts and knife nerds. Pete, I need your permission. Can I show everybody the mystery part of the giveaway, or do you want me to save that for a video? Let me know. I have that off to the side. So I won a giveaway on Pete's channel, and he put a mystery item in there, and it was fantastic. So I don't know if he wants me to reveal it on the live or not, but we'll just go with whatever. Anyways, we were talking about budget knives that may have impressed you in the past that you may have, because everybody loves a good budget knife. So I don't know. Did you want to start, John, or do you want me to start?
I mean, I've got stuff ready, but whatever order you want to go.
Well, let's go with you. Let's start. We'll go around the table. We'll go John, and we'll go to Stephen, and then we'll see what Frog chimes in with, and we'll have Tom there. Tom's opening the big case, so we're in trouble now.
Absolutely.
So this was supposed to be what? The best bang for your buck, correct?
Yeah, kind of the best bang for your buck knives and stuff. Let me bring you up onto the big screen. There you go.
Well, this might be one that RJ was going to show, but I beat him to the punch, so here we'll go with it.
Steal my stuff.
But this is the elephant toe from Rough Rider, the $9.99 right now on Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and that's a lot of knife for your money there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you got the big old blades on here. Make quick work of a lot of different things. So
absolutely, and
that's just a tremendous value there for $9.99, 448 stainless, and it's hard to beat for that price.
Absolutely.
So then we've got one I talk about all the time, the Black Imperial and the Yellow Imperial Sodbuster copy.
Oh, and I had that one.
Yep. This is model number. I don't know if Mimo wants to put these up, like make links to them or something, RJ, but
I don't.
Maybe he wants to do that. But this is the IMP 22, and that is the Sodbuster clone from Imperial. You can see that blade shape is pretty much identical to the case style knives. And This one is $6.11 on Chicago Knife Works.
Yeah, you can't beat that all day long. That is a great slip joint.
Great action on it.
Absolutely.
And if you're more of a traditionalist and you want something with the smooth bone handle, or like a traditional natural style handle, this is the Marbles MR 579, and again, just a sodbuster style, but now you get the white smooth bone. So
Yeah,
nice little secondary auction there. It's $9.61 in Chicago Knife Works. All right, so then you have a very, very popular knife, probably one of the best-selling knives on Smoky Mountain Knife Works, honestly.
Oh, and I was going to show that one too. Man,
Yeah.
doing them all.
Well, when they're good bang for the buck. This one is $14.87. So you haven't spent $15 yet on any of these knives. $14.87 Chicago Knife Works again. And this is model number RR2181. Got the black and blue micarta handle there. And that nice Warren clip blade. Really good action on it too. And this will be the last one I'll do for right now, just so I can give everybody a chance. But next one up is the Half Hawk carbon blade on this one, T10 carbon blade. This is from the Classic Carbon 2 series. Black micarta handle, pewter shield. That beautiful ram foot blade. Just a single blade. This is the Half Hawk. Just a single blade there. And that black micarta. Great knife there. That model number is RR2213. Total cost of $13.63. Chicago Knife Works. So there's a nice little start. There's 5 knives.
Yeah.
Great budget knives. Great bang for the buck.
Okay, now that John's destroyed the show for me, go ahead, Stephen.
Well, thankfully, I knew John or you would do that, so I stayed away from the Rough Riders. What I'm going to start with is the knife that started my channel, and for 6 years I've kept promoting it. It's the Ganzo. It's the here, let me get my right glasses on now. I can't read them. It's the Ganzo F759M in 440C. An absolutely amazing bang for your buck. I mean, I got this, it was under £10. They're now, I think they're a little bit over £10, and you can get them in some shops in the UK. But when I got them, AliExpress was the only place. This is one amazing knife. I love this knife. I think I'll always have one of them in my collection. And let me go. Right. The other thing, because I'm from the UK, I'm going to promote the UK. There is just your stock Barlow from Arthur Wright & Sons. Beautiful rosewood handle. The gorgeous clip point. My favorite of all time. This is a beautiful. It's about £38, so it is a wee bit dearer than your Rough Riders. But I thought, well, we'll show the lower and the high end of budget knives. So this is just a fantastic knife, and to go with it, just so as I don't. There's a Taylor's Eyewitness budget version. Beautiful bolster on it, lovely blade, but the handle lets it down. It's a very basic hardwood, not treated particularly well, but it's still a beautiful knife. This one's about £28, but a lovely, lovely Barlow to use. And again, a lot of things for Barlows or for budget knives, I buy in the secondary market, and I buy older knives from the secondary market. This is a William Rogers, and this has got some of the best horn. I don't know where you can see that. This
Wow,
is
that's
some of the
nice.
best figured horn on a pen. I got this for about £20 on Etsy. And it's still in perfect working order. Absolute great snap on it. Beautiful knife. The bone's not as good on the other side, but they very rarely are. You get one good side and one dodgy side. But I just think that figuration is beautiful. And lastly, I'm going to go with your Sodbuster. And this is probably the high end. This would be the high end of a budget knife for me. And this, I didn't buy this one actually. This was a gift, but it's the Case Sodbuster. But the nice thing about Case is you can buy these in the secondary market for a much lower price. But even to buy, I think they're around $50 a Case Sodbuster. I'm not sure now.
They vary in price from the low end black composite ones are about $35 to $38 to start, and then they go up.
Perfect.
Depending on
absolutely.
Yeah.
I just think, like you said, with the Rough Rider of the Marbles, fantastic option. So is this. It's just a beautiful, and the bone on it is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's 5 to get you started.
Okay. Well, that is fantastic. All right, Frog, did you want to go, or do you want to go, Tom?
Oh, sure.
Go ahead, Frog.
Okay.
Let's get
I got some of my
Frog's debut here on the channel.
I got some of my favorites under 40 here, and this is probably my favorite, and this is the Rook Fang. Absolutely
I was
love this
that
knife.
one too.
14C28 end steel, just a really awesome all-around knife. Came with a great factory edge, action superb, and I really like the pocket clip on this knife. I'm all about my pocket clips. I'm very picky, and this one, probably one of my favorites on any knife, really.
I remember when they first came out, they were so sought after. I had one myself there, just an amazing big knife.
Yeah, absolutely. This one is probably my most budget knife that I brought, and this is a SOG Argus or Aegis. And this was $12, guys, and it has 18 CR MOV steel. 8 CR MO13 steel, which is a fairly decent Chinese steel. Came very sharp. It is a frame lock, and the action is pretty good on this for the money. So I was pretty impressed with it. I like it a lot. Not a bad knife at all. I'm a really big cold steel fan, so I had to bring a cold steel budget knife. And this is the Cold Steel Fenwolf. It's got your Scandi grind. Excellent backup camp knife, and a fairly heavy-duty knife. I mean, you use it hard, your edges will get some rolling, but, not bad for the price. Really good. They do a really good heat treat on their steel, and this is Oscillate A steel. So Cold Steel did a great job with this knife. It's kind of more of a slow roller. Couldn't leave out CJRB, and I like this one because of the locking mechanism. It has their kicker recoil lock, which was kind of your precursor to, the Ho Gable lock and the Axis lock from Benchmade. So really nice little locking mechanism on this one. And I like the blade shape too. And what was that for? All right, so for my higher end budget knife is a Kaiser, and this is the Kaiser Roach, and I got this on Amazon for about $60. So I'm very happy with this. It's got, I don't remember if it's 14C or no, it's 154 CM, which is probably one of my favorite mid-range steels. Pretty nice micarta scales, so I'm very, very happy with this knife, guys. So yeah, the action really good. Can't go wrong.
Very cool. Very cool.
Thank you.
All right, Tom, I'll let you go ahead and finish me off here. Show me some of your knives, and then I don't think I got but one or two to show after that. But what is this?
And then
There we go.
The Buck Bantam.
wow.
This is the large Bantam. They came in 4 different sizes and about, I think 11 different cover styles. So this is a large one. It's a lockback, dual thumb studs. They were budget. They're made in the USA. So I know a lot of people are upset that Buck has some of their manufacturing overseas, but here was some budget knives that were made here in the US. So just a very nice lightweight EDC carry. So you have this size, and I'm going to do this drone so I don't see through. I can see through my hands here. This is the next size,
Where's Jerome when we need him?
and you can see the difference in the colors and in the covers. There's kind of a size comparison there, and the 2 larger sizes come with pocket clips. So then the 3rd size is this one here. And this is really handy. This is a nice lightweight size to carry in the pocket. Again, the dual thumb studs. And very nice blade shape. They came out of the box very sharp. Just a wonderful knife. And then the smallest size is this little guy here, kind of a 5th pocket knife. It's actually a lock back here, but just a real nice little knife there. This is the Blaze Orange handle. Mrs. Knife Delights likes this size in the Blaze Orange. That's what she carries in her purse. I've offered to upgrade her knife, and she says, no way, I like the knife I have. So
There you go.
this size is endorsed by Mrs. Knife Delights. So that's to start out with some bucks. Some other value, getting to the fixed blades. This is the Rough Rider here, and it's stag handles. Just a wonderful little bird and trout knife. And right along with it is the Marbles. Stacked leather, bird and trout knife.
Very nice.
Both just a couple of wonderful blades here.
Super.
I don't remember what the cost was. I want to say the Marbles was around $12, $13 maybe, and the Rough Rider around $20 or less, somewhere in there. And I will shock everybody and show everyone a modern knife. This is a bird. It's the budget line that comes out of Spyderco. And this is the Bird Meadowlark 2. I don't own any Spyderco knives, but I can certainly see why people like Spyderco. I do carry this one. I have used it a lot. So again, I can't remember what Spyderco model this is modeled after, but again, I can see why people enjoy Spyderco knives.
Tom, there was a question that some of the guys wanted to know what the number was on the Rough Rider bird and trout knife.
Oh, sure.
Model number.
Oh, goodness. Don't look, everybody. Old man eyes. 090. That's RR090. Don't know if that'll show up or not.
There you go.
There it is, kind of. Okay,
All right.
that's a start.
And also, they wanted to know what you keep in the vaults behind you, but I did let them know that's where you keep your pastries.
I think right now I got Twinkies and Ho-Hos. So
Yeah.
I got your back, old man.
Absolutely. Okay, let me get my budget ones here. I have some good ones, but you guys were taking so many of them. But I think you guys might like these. Let's see here. Okay, for our lowest of the low end, but not in quality, but in price, I'd say is this little Imperial Stockman. These guys are really very well made, really nice Imperial Stockmans. I don't remember the price on these. I think these are going for about maybe $10 or $12 right now, but they're not very expensive at all. Nice little sheep's foot, and of course the little spay blade, everybody's favorite, the reverse tanto. Another good one is the Watchman. I'm surprised this one didn't come up. This is a nice little rope knife, but these guys are under $20. I think the last time I looked, they're still right around $15. Just an awesome knife, wooden handles, but it has that nice anchor. Really nice ram's foot blade on it. You know, got the nice little clevis on it. So definitely one to check out. Then, of course, the K-Bar Dozier. These are a perfect EDC knife. I think these guys are still under $25, and just, you know, lightweight, fantastic blade for what you get. Nice little lockback. Really good choice for a work knife. And of course, nobody else picked the Walmart knife, the Ozark Trail with the they called it the cam lock, but it's their version of the Axis lock. $5 and some change to get one of these aluminum scales on it. Just a nice little knife, one that's, you just loosen that pivot a little bit and you get a really nice action to it. So definitely one to pick up, and one that's can be a little pricier but not really that bad is the Honey Badger. And these are really great knives. This is the large Tanto version with the blue covers, but these come in different blade shapes, different sizes. You can get different cover materials, and really a fantastic knife, fantastic action. It's just a fun knife. I really like these guys. So there you go, a quick and fast of ones that, you know, I had this one too, and what was the other one they picked out? The little Imperial. I had that too. But we can go back around for some more. And of course, you know, really, I think if you go shopping for knives and you want something that's decent, definitely look at Rough Rider. Definitely look at you know, Schrade, Uncle Henry, Old Timer, Imperial. Just great brands. Marbles is another one, and that was another one I have here. Let me see, where did it go to? If I can find it here in my mess of knives, I'll show it. But there it is. This one, when you talk about being blown away by a knife for not a lot of money, as far as something that really is collectible, this Queen with the saw cut brown bone, this is the Canoe, but look how slender that is.
Beautiful.
This is, the way they made this is absolutely perfect. It's got the half stops, but look at that beautiful spear blade. You can see the bone. I mean, this is just a quality knife all the way around. They really did this right. Here's the pen blade on the other side. The ringed bolsters. Would you call it ringed or lined, Patty, for when they have?
Either or, doesn't matter.
Either or. Okay. Yeah. So it's just a beautiful knife. It really is. Just, and think these are still like right around $22. Just an absolutely gorgeous knife that the quality of it doesn't speak, the price doesn't equate to what it is. I mean, it's such a nice knife.
Yeah.
Okay, well, then that's a quick rundown on that. What else do we want to talk about?
Well, I got some more of them if you want to run
Nice.
those.
Yeah, let's just do another round.
Okay, here we go.
Well, RJ stole one back. I had the Walmart knife as well. Just a great little work knife, little beater knife for $6.
Yeah. You can't beat it. You can't beat it.
And if you
Does
can
it
still
take
find
a
them,
good head?
yeah, it does.
I
Maybe.
just can't believe that price.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah, just a great little beater knife. Throw it in your toolbox, in your glove box, whatever.
Absolutely.
Another one, great deal right now. I can't believe the price on this. This probably is the best deal going right now for any knife I've got on the table here. $8.67
Oh, wow.
for a Stockman. You got to understand that knives are generally priced by the number of blades they got.
Right.
If you're looking at all things equal, right? And you got a 3-blade knife for $8.67.
Oh, hold on a second.
That's just insane.
John, let me hold
a
you
great
for
deal.
just a second. Mark Kaufman, his wife went into labor at 2:30 a.m. and they now have a baby boy.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to you, Mark.
Mark.
That is absolutely fantastic news. Oh my gosh. So happy about that.
Best wishes to you guys.
Yes, absolutely. Sorry about that, John. I
No problem.
didn't mean to interrupt you for
That
that.
was good news. So we were kind of on the same wavelength there, RJ. I picked the canoe, or you picked the canoe. I picked the Whittler. Same series of knives. This is actually $12.39 on Chicago Knife Works. This is the Warncliffe. Beautiful, beautiful blade on this. Love the lines of this knife.
Yes,
the saw cut bone is just fantastic.
Yeah, any of the knives that they did in that series is just fantastic.
So any of these Queen series knives, actually, I would recommend any of them equally.
Yeah, me
I
too.
have to say, I bought 3 of them, and I don't often do that.
Yeah,
because they're so good.
Yeah, I've never heard of anybody having a problem with any of them. They're just wonderful.
Well, except for Cracky.
Oh yeah, Cracky. There's Cracky. Cracky's cousin.
Cracky.
I think Cracky has a lot of cousins.
Yeah. This is the APTA. This is a fairly recent release. And I chose it because it's only $16.11, but you get the VG10 blade. This is a nice kind of a modern traditional style knife. This is the the least expensive of any of the ones in the series. But you get this nice drop point blade.
Yeah.
Really
and
nice.
It's a hollow grind too, isn't it?
Yeah, sure is.
That's just silly money. It doesn't bear trying to work out. I mean, it's just fantastic. VG10.
Yeah. And you remember VG10, was it not even 10 years ago? That was like a super steal and premium price.
Spyderco are still selling it on their most sold knife.
Absolutely.
The Delica has still got VG10.
And we can't forget the Classic SD. Now, I would recommend buying this on the secondary market. There's no sense buying a new one because eBay's got one going on their site at any moment of any time of the day, 24/7, and you can find them for under $10. So just go grab one off of eBay, used, $10. Get a little pair of scissors. I mean, you can't beat that. And then 2 smaller blades, one with a file on it, and a screwdriver. So everybody knows kind of what a Classic SD is, but it's just a great bargain on eBay for $10.
I still carry one every day.
Yeah. That RJ's everyday carry, right? So
Absolutely. That one's been my EDC for decades.
you're right. Definitely a very useful knife. And my modern pick for best budget modern, I would have to go with the QSP Penguin. These are $32. You get awesome micarta scales on them, and nice action on the blades, nice clip. Not a very, not an annoying clip like a lot of moderns have. Like I appreciate what Frog was saying about the clips, especially for a left-hander. The clip can be super annoying when you don't like to flip them to the other side. I'm not a big fan of flipping them to the other side, but yeah, just great action on it and beautiful sheep's foot blade.
Hey, JB.
Just a basically a classic modern carry anymore.
Absolutely.
And QSP's kind of gotten greedy lately with their prices. Well, a lot of them have. A lot of the moderns companies have really gone up in price, but QSP in particular. So this is one of their knives you can still get at a very budget price, like I said, like $32. So that's very reasonable for D2 steel and micarta scales. So,
but do you not think, John, when you're talking about budget knives, the best way to get a budget knife is on the secondary market, because you can get a really good knife at a budget price.
Right.
Yeah.
And that is the joy of budget knives. You've got such a collection of ones that are priced budget, but then you can get the next model up for budget price.
Yeah.
It makes real sense to me.
I have a good example of that. I'll show it real quick, but you have to either be watching for it or get it, So I had a friend of mine on Instagram from Doom Crew Outdoors. He saw these case knives in carbon steel. These trappers usually go for about, $45 to $50, depending on where they are. But this is a brand new knife. Guy was selling them on eBay. He had a whole bunch of them. He was selling for $25 a piece. So you just gotta be there when it happens and be ready to strike, when the iron's hot. But if you are aware of those deals, you can get a fantastic knife that costs more retail, but you're able to actually find a good one. But those deals are not well publicized all the time. Somebody finds it and says, "Hey, look what I found." And they don't last long when they're like that either.
No.
Did you want to go again, Stephen? Did you have some more?
Yeah, I've got a few here. Here's another one now. This is a UK one, but this fella does post anywhere. This is a twisted assisted. This is his traditional. It's a Lanny's clip look in carbon fiber, and this is in VG. Yeah, this is in VG10. Beautiful Lanny's clip, and the carbon fiber is actually really nice.
Oh yeah, it is.
And it's £35, and it's a good, blade stock, beautifully done, fit and finish. It's actually made by Brother for Twisted Assisted. He has a fantastic logo, which I don't know whether you can see here. Can you see that? The old skull sort of logo. There you go. That's a bit better. But this is an absolutely fabulous knife, fit and finish. I mean, it's just excellent for 35 quid.
Oh yeah, that's a beautiful knife.
And to follow up on something you said, which was the Dozier, which I love as a knife. I just recently got myself the upgraded version, which is the one on D2. Right. Now, it is a bit more pricey, but to get D2 on a Dozier, and I mean, they're Oz8. I always liked because it was easy to sharpen, but a lot of people shied away from them because they're Oz8. So I thought, well, I'll get the D2 and see how much difference there is. I haven't beat it yet, but I am going to beat the living daylights out of it to see if it's well heat treated.
Yeah, and the thing is that Oz8 is a good steel. I
don't mind Oz8.
Yeah,
at all.
Yeah, I like.
And here's another bargain. This is the Ganzo chef knife. Sorry, this one has been. Look at this. This has been well and truly battered. But it's a fantastic little camp knife or chef knife. Again, for $20 or something. It's just fantastic. I love the carbon fiber, which I'm not keen on, but it's good for If you're going to use it around meat, you can clean it well.
Yeah.
Beautiful big forward grip, but lovely knife. Buttons.
Yeah.
And can I show one more?
Of course.
This would go back and frog. Should I call you Frog, or is there another name? I never know.
Frog's fine.
Right. Okay.
Frog.
Kaiser. Frog was right. Kaiser are just making some beautiful knives. I've recently just got this one. I can't even remember what. Oh, it's the T1. They originally had a titanium version. This is the micarta, and this micarta is absolutely fantastic. But the action in this knife shouldn't be there. It is just so fluid. Look at that. Now it's the higher end of budget, but worth saving up to get something like that.
Yeah, that is awesome.
There you go.
Okay. All right. You want to go, Frog or Tom?
Go ahead, Frog.
All right, I'll start it off then.
Okay.
All right, well, this is an Isham design, and I'm a big fan of Isham knives. And this is the Civivi Anthropos. Probably one of my favorite Civivis. It has D2 steel. I think I got this on sale for $45. But the ergonomics of this knife are incredible. There is no jimping on the spine, and you find that with a lot of his designs, Isham's designs. But the way it feels in your hand is just incredible. I really don't like Civivi's pocket clips, but I mean, this thing is an ergonomic dream. The blade geometry is great. Really, really good knife. I like it a lot. Carbon fiber. I could go G10 carbon fiber, whatever. But I really like that one. Couldn't show that without showing another Civivi Isham. This is the Plethros, which is kind of a, like a little bit of if you stretched it out, you'd have the Plethros. Really, really nice knife. G10 carbon fiber inlay. Again, D2 steel. Got this one on sale for about the same price, but really just ergonomically, these two knives are really fantastic. So I'm happy with both of those. Another knife company that I've been getting into lately is Kubi. And I like Tanto blades, so this is the Kubi Carve, they called this. And the action on the Kubis is insane. They fall shut, fly open, better when it's oiled. But ergos are great. Just really, really good knives. Again, D2 steel. Got this for around $40. Really,
It's a
really
nice Tanto.
The Kubis are really good, that's for sure.
And I'll throw in another Rook knife or Reich knife, whatever you want to call it. And this is the Hussar, which is kind of like a really interesting kind of Japanese Tanto style blade shape. This thing was $32, guys, and it has 14C 28N steel. The action is absolutely incredible. Nice jimping. I don't know if you can see it. Nice jimping on the flipper tab. Just a really and the G10 for these knives feel really good too. So
Is that a 4-inch blade?
3.75-inch blade.
That's a big looking blade, yeah.
Yeah, it's on the bigger side for sure. I like big blades, so that's not an uncommon
Good.
sight. So that's it for now.
Okay. Let's see what Tom is up to.
Oh, you never know what I'm up to.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna shout
shout
out.
out. We have to keep an eye on you. That's for
I
sure.
know. Look at that. Look at that. Little Kershaw Shuffle. Of course, they came out with the Shuffle 2. I think has a little larger handle to it. I put this knife up, and I wonder why. Every time I see it, I'm like, why aren't I carrying this knife? I used to carry it a lot. It was nice to have in the pocket. If you want to not dull your good blades and get them gummed up opening up packages, this is the perfect blade for opening packages and cutting some cardboard and such. This is a handy little knife. I think the Shuffle 2 is still around $25 or something like that. So I don't think you can go wrong with the Kershaw Shuffle.
Oh no, not at all.
Another knife that I carried, I probably bought this back in the 90s. This is a Guidesman. And Guidesman is a house brand for Menards. So I carried this lock back for quite a few years, used it. It did me well. Lately, I've been checking out the Guidesman's line a little more. Here's one of their modern type folders. It's got dual thumb studs to it, pocket clip, lanyard hole. I would say this is kind of along the lines of one of the Walmart Ozark Trail knives. I have not used this. It does seem to be pretty sharp and all, but I don't know how well it holds up or anything. But I think it's a very nice looking knife, and it was under $10.
Oh wow!
And it came in a package. It came with this little tool here also, little pry bar end on it. So you got this as a package for under $10.
Really
Nice.
They have also come out with some traditional knives. So they have this full-size Stockman. And again, it was under $10. It was $9 and something for a full-size Stockman. Pretty nice wood grain there.
Yeah.
Do they tell you the blade still on that, Tom?
No, it doesn't. I don't remember what the blade steel is. I'm sure it's not a premium grade. I know that. It's a budget steel, I'm sure.
But Tom, the thing is, you couldn't dull 3 blades no matter how bad they are in a day. In my life,
right. Again, I always like to point out. Now these are available at Menards, and you might not have a Menards store near you. You can get them online. But if you do have a Menards store nearby and you're needing a knife right away, you can go pick it up. You know, it's in the store. It's available right now. And then they have another traditional here. It would be a 2-bladed jack here. Again, this was $8 or $9. Nice brass bolsters to it. I think it has a pretty decent clip point to it.
Yeah, it's a nice knife.
So again, you know, don't overlook house brand knives. Okay, that's what I have this round.
Very nice.
Okay.
Nice job, Tom.
Very good. Yep. Just in case you guys hadn't been watching, Big Red EDC, he has his budget bin knives, which are usually knives that are $10 or less. Is that right, JB? What you're looking for? And he has come up with a bunch of really cool knives. So definitely check that out on his channel. That is pretty cool. I have a couple others. I was surprised that you didn't put this one out there, John, but that's our one that started our ALOX pox, the single-bladed, the single-bladed Swiss Army one. Perfect single-bladed little Swiss Army knife with the aluminum handles. I had a funny story about this. I showed this, and I got a comment in the comments. So he said that's the dumbest Swiss Army knife they'd ever seen. Who could have a Swiss Army knife with just one blade? And I laughed. I said, this suits my sense of humor. Yeah. A company known for multiple, multi-tools and many blades and stuff, but hey, we're just going to have one blade. I thought that was hilarious. Hey, Satisfaction, I see you're here. We'll give him a salute for sure. If everybody that's in the regiment, thank you. Show off your little emojis and all that other fun stuff while we're here. And also, we can do that for congratulations again. If for anybody who's just joining us, Mark Kaufman just has a baby son that was just born here in the middle of the night. So fantastic news. I love hearing about stuff like that. Talking about
his wife was shocked.
I'm sorry?
His wife was shocked.
Yeah, she was. So were the doctors. Yeah.
You said he'd had a baby.
What can I say? I get excited. I'm not always correct, but I am excitable. But these little case knives are $16. Nice little working lockback, something that you can toss into your pocket. Just weighs nothing. I think these are like under an ounce, and they're just a fantastic little knife. This will get you through your day for 99% of the people that are out there. Of course, the little the Uncle Henry Rhodey, which is probably the best name for a knife ever. And this is the one with the new Staglon. Beautiful single clip. As you see, there's kind of a theme there with the single bladed knives, but just a fantastic knife. Again, weighs nothing. Slip it in your pocket. It's even got a little clevis on it if you want to hang it on a keychain or something like that. Just a lot of fun. And the Roper knives, like John was saying, this is the Chaparral. This is the red bone version. But these little Stockmans are such a great bargain. Again, in the $20 price range, but just look how beautiful that is with the red and the black bone. And these are carbon steel blades. Good stuff all the way around, and that'll definitely fix you up, whatever you need. And here you go. Here's the last blade on there. So that's all I got for this round. I did well here. I'll show the APTA that I have, which is slightly different. This is the one with the copper handles. I forget what that one goes for, but fantastic action on these. There's a beautiful knife. I love this one with the reverse tanto / spay blade is really good. But yeah, good stuff all the way around.
I've got one to show for Big Red. If Big Red's there, can he remember this knife? This is one of the original ones. He bought these from, I can't remember, it was a magazine over there, and he ordered them for giveaways for his channel.
Yeah, that was from Bud K's gun shop or whatever.
He got this. Yeah, he got this version for $5, I think, because he was buying them in bundles. Right. And they found out later on that the steel in them was $10.95, which is just amazing. I've had this for years. He sent this to me. It was a fantastic knife. So thank you, Big Red.
Excellent.
That's back when you could still ship them to England.
Yeah.
Still ship them to Canada.
Yeah, Canada's even worse.
Yeah, Canada is worse. That's for sure. Man, oh man. Yeah, JB saw that. He said, nice. Yeah, $5. That was a bargain, Aberdeen blades. But yeah, that was how long ago was that, JB, that they had those knives for that price? Because I don't think they have those anymore, do they?
Oh, he sold them out.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
It was at least 4 years, I would say.
Yeah, probably at least. So, what should we? Did you want to show anything else, John? You got something else? Or should we change
fresh out.
You're fresh out. Okay. Well, I can show you a couple of. Nope, you got something, Tom?
I got a few here yet.
Okay.
Getting warmed up.
Just
got to get back to the bucks. So we're talking budget. So obviously these are some of their overseas models. So this is the 371 Stockman. Has beautiful jig bone covers to it.
Very nice.
But it is the full size. It would be the same version as the USA made 301. So these are around Well, in Walmart, in store, I think they were around $20. So pretty nice
Sounds good.
stockman. And just like other buck stockmans, is this 3-bladed? Yeah, I think this one's 3-bladed also. Then they have
Oh,
the
do they have the 420 HC on them?
no. Well, I take that back. Some do, and some have what is it, 420J2 or something like that.
Yeah.
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 So it varies from knife to knife. Then they have what they're calling the trio, and this was kind of be like the buck cadet size. So just another nice, medium-sized stockman. And again, I think they're around $20, something like that. This one's just in plain wood grain. I've got 3 different canoes. This is one that Thrifty Kniffy, John gave me an alert to. Got a special on this. Walmart had a sale on them. So again, the beautiful jig bone. And let's see, these canoes are model 389. They're all model 389. So there's the one with the jig bone. There's an earlier version of it in just wood grain.
Yeah, I have that one.
And then recently, Buck just came out with this one just before Christmas. I'm hoping these hit retail outlets so that the price is reduced just a little bit. This is a beautiful one in burl wood.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So that's what I have for those.
Okay. Well, just to let everybody know, if you go to Instagram, go find Big Red EDC on there. He is doing a Uncle Henry giveaway where he's giving away 2 knives that I haven't really seen too many of. One of them's a 2-bladed hunter, and I forget the other one. But definitely some cool knives. So go over there, leave a comment, and you can get in on that. Also on his YouTube channel, he is giving away 2 Rosecraft blades. He's given away a Clinch River swayback and the Bend River knife also, that both of them are designed by Andy Armstrong. Really, really cool knives. So get in on those giveaways if you guys are interested. But definitely good stuff. Hey, North Star. Yep, he's telling you go Eagles, Pete. Yep, and so there we go. So yeah, you're welcome, JB. we'll get all those things. I hope so, El Phoenix. That would be cool. I'll be happy if I win either one of those. I've been pretty lucky in the YouTube and the Instagram giveaways, I must admit. So I appreciate them having them because I enter many. I've won a few, so it's like anybody else.
If you got time, I have 2 more budget-ish knives I could show.
Yeah, and Michael Morgan wanted to see the Canis again also.
Oh, well, I can do that for him. It's actually what I'm carrying today. I put it on the table somewhere.
Hey, Dwayne.
Oh, here it is. All right, this is the Spyderco Canis.
That's a mean-looking knife.
Oh, it's so cool. It just really is. It was designed by Kelly McCann, who was a former U.S. Marine. It's got a G10 carbon fiber mix for the scales. Just a really great hollow ground slicer poker of a knife. Uses Spyderco seems to like to use the CPM S30V blade steel, and it has the Spyderco compression lock. It's got the thumb hole. I like the middle finger flick them, but just a really, really cool knife.
Yeah, that is cool.
So for me, budget is, the higher end of budget is anything under 100. And this is the Tauser K. And this is just a great all around sort of knife. You could use this for, food prep or really anything. I mean, it's not much of a penetrator, but, still a really, really nice knife. This came in well under $80. I think it was like 65 or something like that. Really nice micarta, 154 cm steel. Really a great knife. Excellent action, thumb studs, and it's a liner lock. But I really the pocket clips, man, they drive me nuts. But not bad. And another one, they did the pocket clip right on this one. Also with thumb studs is the Concept Little Main Street. And I'm not a huge Concept guy generally, but this is really a good knife. I do like the carbon fiber on this. I can go one of two ways with carbon fiber. An interesting thing is the jimping. There's kind of a steel line through it, so it's not jimped all the way, but there's a little bit of jimping on each side. Another 154 cm blade, and something interesting about this. Which side is it on? If you look right down here, it says the Little Main Street, and that's actually a misprint. This is the full-size Main Street, so that's just kind of funny. But I asked a buddy of mine who also has one of these, and he had the same misprint, so I guess that's a common thing. But another great knife, great action, and I like the pocket clip on this one. This was around $80.
They must have just forgot to change the die when they changed, whatever printing was there. They just didn't change it, when they went to the larger blade or something.
Yeah, I think that's probably the case.
That is awesome. In fact, from Apex, I have a couple of preview knives, and one of them is a Concept knife. How do you say it, Frog? Concept?
I call them Concept, but I could be wrong. Anybody's guess.
I hear you. It comes in this really kind of a large, case for it, but this is that little dash. Perfect little fifth pocket knife. It's got a pretty big lanyard clip there. It's got a little thumb disc. Then if you get it just right, you can hit it with your thumb, and it will come out. But just a little itty bitty Tanto. So
that's pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of the Wee Thug a little bit.
Yeah. It's just, but it is real. For a one-handed knife, it's kind of a different kind of a thing for sure. But definitely a fun little knife. That's for sure. The other one I got is a Finch knife that came in, and let me see, is this it? Yes, this is the Chernobyl Ant. This one is in desert ironwood, so you get the pocket clip, and you get a really nice blade shape there. And these are really a very cool knife. These are, I think, right around just over $100. I think they're going for like 105.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, they're not as much as the regular Finch line, but they are nice. I think when they first came out, they were like $99, but now they're like 105. But
what steel's on them?
I'm sorry?
What steel is on them?
I believe this is still 14C28N. Yes, 14C28N.
Oh, that's nice.
This one, really nice shape for a nice everyday, carry knife. I think, a lot of very much a very multi-use blade there.
It's more of a high-end sod buster, really, isn't it? It's that sort of.
Yeah, I would agree. That's the same kind of shape. In fact, I have that Imperial sod buster. So here, let me bring these back up so everybody can see it. There you go. That's how you do it, Tom, so you can see through your hands.
Oh man, you had to go there, didn't you? You just had to go there.
Well,
I'm taking my knives and I'm going home.
somebody had to do it. Hey,
Come on, Stephen, pick up for me.
I have to be nice to you. You're holding my favorite knife hostage.
That's
Sorry, I've
true.
got a blocked nose. I can't hear you.
What? You can't hear me?
I have a
You
blocked
see here,
nose. I
Frog?
can't hear you.
Who's that Rodney Dangerfield, right? I get no respect. I get no respect.
No respect.
Oh, we love you, Tom, and you know it.
Yeah, I know what you mean by that.
$5 if you silence him, RJ.
Yeah, that's right. $5 a month. I'll give you shout outs all day long.
Yes, dear. I'll get your iced tea right away.
Oh, was that the bell? Yeah. Yeah, the bell rang. So, oh boy, that's fun. Yep, you're right, Gonzo. Kind of like a sidebuster flipper. Oh, pardon my dog.
Here's another wee one for you. These are made by Best Tech. This one is called the Twisted Tulip. It's made for the company in the UK as well, Twisted Assisted. But it's just a little box opener. You can get so many different scales for this, from brass to micarta, everything. But can I change the tone?
Of course.
Has anybody got any nice weird knives?
Yeah.
Does anybody want to see my cock knife?
No.
Well, that is weird, but I like it.
This is a cock knife. This was used. Now, Case made a version of this, but this was used for cockfighting, so they could saw off bits of leg and things like that. Very macabre knife. You've got a little cleaver here, and it's a sharp little cleaver. You have the pen blade, and you have the proper hacksaw, and they actually work. And this was used for cockfighting. So
No
obviously there's not
blade
that
on
many
there, huh?
of them. But has anybody else got any weird knives like this that they have in their collection?
Yeah, I got one that's got a weird tongue. Or Patty.
I love that knife.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. Very, very unique. Very unique.
That was a prototype that Ashley Harrison was doing, and I managed it. It was the first one he'd done, and it took him months upon months because he just couldn't get it to sit right in the scales, and it was doing his head in. And in the end, he got it fixed as best he could. And I said, "I'll have that." So I got it at a really good price for an unusual knife.
Awesome.
Yeah, I reviewed this one, Patty, and everyone hated it. So it's been banished. I haven't shown it on the channel since.
So you'll show it on mine.
Oh, I love that. I love
That's
that.
cool.
I
got
adore
such
that.
poor review. I mean, I got so hard slammed on that one. Oh, it's so stupid. Nobody wants that.
I want it.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, just electrician's knife with the spanner attached, right?
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony's Pony says Patty's going to get his corn knife out next.
Oh,
And Zen only went to the cockfights to buy moonshine. There you go.
there you go.
Zen's a very strange man.
And JB said that's a crescent hammer, that knife.
Crescent hammer, yeah. Yeah, I definitely see people using that for purposes unintended.
That's for sure. Hey, old fart. Nice to see you there. So do you have anything, Frog, that goes into the weird realm of cutlery?
Not as weird as the cockfighting knife, I'll admit, but this is from Best Tech, and it's a folding Nesmuck knife. And what makes this kind of weird is the.
See you later. Go on. Good boy. Go on. Here you go. We'll
What
get you.
makes this
Good
kind of
boy.
weird
Thanks,
is
love.
the G10 scale knife, but it's a titanium frame lock, which is kind of odd. Just the blade shape is really strange. It's got those fullers for deployment as well as the thumb studs. It's got jimping all the way up to here, so I don't know what kind of gorilla-sized thumbs they think people have. It's just a really interesting knife. It's got a Bowler M390 steel, just all around kind of a strange one. I got one more kind of weird one for you, and of course it is an Esham. And this is the Wii Eterna. And just the blade on that is very unusual, I think. It is a Warncliffe, but it has kind of that tip. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
The reverse tanto sort of a tip.
What's that?
Reverse tanto sort of a tip.
Yeah, kind of like that, but just the knife as a whole is just a little odd. And
That definitely comes into the weird category.
Yeah, it's very lightweight. This comes in at just 2 ounces. So not bad for a 3.2-inch blade.
Gee.
So definitely kind of an interesting, weird knife. Oh, and it also has a bolster lock instead of a frame lock, which I think is kind of cool. But great knife.
Yeah, it is. That's cool.
Weird, but good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you ever saw through that branch, RJ? You still working on it?
I'm still working on it. You know, that I got to tell you that caused more controversy in my comment section than anything I've ever done. I had so many people telling me that my testing protocol is wrong and that what I didn't know what I was doing and all this other kind of stuff. So I'm going to have to redo the test, to make them happier. But
I'll have to say, RJ, I thought it was a great test because it actually showed that if you've got a hardwood that's dry, that's really not what's Victorian auction for. For green wood, they're not for.
Well, the hard part for me, Patty, is that finding green wood out here in the desert Southwest during a drought. It's
that's what people don't understand. But hey, is that not the way a test should be? They shouldn't always work. Well, I thought it was a great test.
Right. That's the whole thing. Is that and I even said at the beginning, I'm simulating that you were out. Say you were camping, you wanted to, cut some wood for whatever reason, so you might have a little folding table like that when you go camping, or you might have somebody that has one, because a lot of people were saying they wanted to see me, chuck it up in a vise and all this other stuff. And, and that's okay. But, nobody drives around with a vise when they go camping. I've never seen a vise in a campsite yet. So,
well, it's a new name for your channel, Hypothermia Man. Because you couldn't light a fire.
Yeah, but fortunately, it's so warm out here, we don't need to. even in the winter, it's not that cold.
But I thought that's exactly what a test should be. It's done. It didn't work. So what? Like, move on.
That's exactly it. Is that and it's good to test out your gear to see what works, what doesn't work. And I thought it was a good enough test, but enough people said something that I'll go ahead and do a second round of tests. But I'm going to go see if I can find some soft pine or something at the hardware store.
That's funny because I was a bushcrafter before I got into knife collecting, and the things that we used to do as a bushcrafter for videos was test our knives out. And we'd test them on all sorts of different things, or our saws, or all, because there's so many different saws you can have, your hatchets, and a lot of them are fails. But getting them out there lets you say, well, I'm not getting one of them. Move on and get something else.
Right.
But we don't tend to do that in the knife community. You don't get, like Pete over at Cedric and Ada, his stomach for testing is, he goes for hours cutting like 1,000 cuts.
I know.
I'd end up in the hospital.
I would too. He must have the strongest handshake of anyone in the knife community, because to sit there and hold that knife and cut, a rope for, thousands and thousands of times, that guy's just got to have a bulletproof grip.
I didn't work that hard making my children. You know,
Oh,
it's supposed to be fun.
Thrifty felt that one.
the making's the fun part. Raising them's the hard part.
Now you're talking.
Why do you think I have a white beard? Oh man. Oh yeah. Oh well, thank you, Swamp Stomper. He said he was happy to see that I posted it when I could have phoned it in and cut some kind of a dowel instead. So yeah, thank you. Well, that's it. It was just a test, and that's the whole point. Whether you pass it or fail it or whatever, you just want to see what works and what doesn't work. So, like I said, I'll try it again. We'll keep going. Okay, Tom, I see you have a knife there. You've had some frogs there. You've had all kinds of stuff, but the adults were talking, so you have to wait your turn. Yeah.
Oh, Tom.
We love you, Tommy.
I'm here to talk about knives. I don't know what you fellas are finding.
It's nice. We can clean this
We
up.
don't either.
I apologize to all the viewers for their behavior. I know you came here to see knives. Our topic here today is budget knives, and I'm staying on topic here.
Okay.
And I don't think anybody's brought up the old timers yet, have they?
Well,
Well,
I
here's
did mention them by name, but I didn't show any yet. How's that? But
You
yeah,
showed
did.
Uncle Henry.
Yeah. So there's an old timer Stockman, and this is courtesy of RJ. He sent me this one.
I did.
Yeah. So thank you, RJ.
Isn't that a beauty?
It sure is.
Knife. That's
Really
a
nice laminated wood. Yep.
I say something a minute, Tom.
You sure can. Jump right in.
I looked for that 3-pack that you talked about. You found that in the clearance aisle or something, right?
Yes, that was in the Walmart clearance aisle. Yeah.
I never could find that thing. I looked and looked.
I only found the one. I couldn't even believe it. It wasn't even marked. I'd gone back to Sporting Goods to take a look and see what knives were there at Walmart, and they had this 3-pack of old timer knives there. It didn't have a price on it. It was laying down on the very bottom shelf, with a bunch of other stuff that they had just thrown in there behind the little glass, because all the knives have to be locked up. So,
yeah. Right.
Let's do high-end knives sometime. Okay, Zen, we'll do that. I don't know if I have any that really qualify as a high-end knife, but we'll
bring you in on Zen so you can show all your bokers off.
Exactly. We have to get Zen on here because he's got a real high-end collection, that's for sure. So when I had them open up the case, I asked how much is that 3-pack of knives there, and so the guy scanned it and he goes, "It's $5." I said, $5? And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "I'll take it." Because that was a sharp finger, a middleman, and a oh gosh, what was the third knife in there? I think it might have been a
that's nice wood.
Yeah, I think it was it was the 2-bladed one where it has a clip point blade and then a coping blade. I think that's like the 1402.
That's it.
It's exactly like that one, but but I didn't send that one to Tom. Is that a buck, Tom?
This is a buck. Yep.
Yeah. So
this is what they call the Deuce. Another one from their budget line. I want to say it's the Lancer is the old USA made model of it. But yeah, it's got a coping blade on it. And then this is what they're calling the Solo. And I guess this is what replaced the Buck 302 single bladed USA made knife. So if you're looking for just a nice thin knife, make a good potato peeler here. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking to the wrong person. Shall I get the wife?
Are you really going to go there? I heard what you said on your live the other day.
And she made me a cup of tea just.
So you see, my wife rang the bell, and you'll see what a proper gentleman does. He goes and gets her iced tea. Did you see that? I did that just for you, Patty.
I've never been called a gentleman. Thank you.
That's all I have for now, RJ.
What about your frogs?
Oh, you want to see the frogs?
Yeah, I want to see your little frogs.
Well, see,
How can we have frog without some frogs?
well, that's why I brought it. I wanted to remind everybody if they haven't checked out Freedom Frog Gear's channel, they need to go there and subscribe. He has some great knives, as you're seeing already. A great channel. He's always helping out the knife community, doing shout outs. Great fella. I hope his head doesn't swell to where we can't see it on the screen anymore, but hey, he's a stand-up guy. He really is. So, Mimo, if you could, throw up the link to his channel, and I just encourage everyone to go over and subscribe to Freedom Frog Gear.
I second that.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks so much for coming on today, Frog.
Oh, it's a pleasure. I was psyched to be invited.
Yep, it's a lot of fun. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Is it Twinkie time yet? I don't know. We'll have to ask.
Just about.
Twinkie probably has a bad meaning over here.
Should I ask what Twinkie time? Do you eat Twinkies?
No.
I think Tom is talking about a little pastry cake.
Yes.
I don't even want to know what Patty's talking about.
No. I'll get bored. I like this show. Here's a little one that I just got. I haven't even had it on the channel yet. This is the old timer, and this is the 44 OT. I can't remember what you called it again. The
Congress? Is that
Workmate.
Congress?
The work?
The Workmate.
The Workmate. I just think it is one of the best whittling knives I've ever had. It's absolutely, and the blades are so thin. Just a cracking whittling knife. You could keep stropping these and use them all day.
Yeah.
Lovely little pen blade. Well, you've got a clip point. You have the sheep's foot. You have a pen blade and then a coping blade. And the thing I like about the coping blade here is it has a longer, instead of that very sharp point, it takes it down to a really fine little end on it. I just think it's beautiful.
That is very nice.
It's almost an all blade.
Say that again, sorry.
I said it's almost an all blade.
Like
yes, it really is. It's just, and for whittling, if you want to put eyes in something, that's the perfect thing.
You need to bore a hole or something, you know.
Yeah. I think that's why I like the Cattleman Stockman as well, because it has that the owl in it.
Did you see Mimo's comment there, Patty? He
No.
said his wife told him sex is better on vacation. Not the best postcard he ever received.
Oh, fantastic!
That's a good one, Mimo. That was good.
Well, looking at Thrifty here just reminded me of something.
Uh-oh.
That's scary.
Oh, he's going to get a Twinkie.
No, not a Twinkie. We're getting us a fried pie. And I looked at Thrifty and I thought, he is such a peach. He just reminded me of my pie.
See, Tom's a nice guy. He didn't think like you guys.
Well, yeah, we got to have a nice guy to balance out the rest of the panel.
Tom thinks you're a peach pie, and you're calling him nice.
That's better than a Twinkie.
You've got low standards.
Frog, I apologize for their behavior. It's not always. Well, I can't say it's not always like this because it kind of is always like this.
I fit right in. It's okay.
Oh boy, Crispy Critter wrote in. He says, "Sorry, Mimo, but I bought the postcard." That's even worse. Oh boy.
Oh,
You foreigners are leading me astray.
That's what we do best. It's just another service we provide.
If you guys know, sorry.
But if you guys remember when CB Tactical was on, he was going to send me a off-grid knife, and that just arrived. So I'll show that. You want to talk about a beast of a fixed blade? How do you
Wow.
like this one here?
Yeah.
And this that's a blade right there.
That is.
Oh, yeah.
Breaker.
Look at the thickness of that. That's a good bit of blade there. But yeah, this is a lot of fun. I like these off-grid knives. They're a little on the pricey side. Most of them are up there right around $100, or could be a little over depending on the knife itself. But I mean, they're beasts.
It looks like a comfortable handle, though.
Oh, it is. It's very comfortable. But also, what he tucked away in there was he tucked in this little Uncle Henry fixed blade, which is a nice little bird and trout knife.
Oh,
And,
lovely.
Yeah, I liked this a lot. I thought this was a really cool knife. He always does stuff like that. He always throws in all these nice little extras. And he had this other little Uncle Henry slip joint also that I hadn't seen this one before. It's kind of like the Bruin in a way, but it's not a lockback. So I don't know much about this model. But I thought it was unique because it has a shield on this side, and it has a shield on this side too.
Nice.
So I guess
Never
it is
seen
a
that
weird
before.
knife in that it doesn't have a pile side. It's got two show sides.
It's funny you're saying the Bruin. I just put that in my cart last night, the lockback version.
Yeah, and those are sweet knives. So Thrifty, yeah, I know you have them. I have them too. The Bruin is just a super nice knife.
It's huge,
carry-
boys are
yeah.
absolutely disrupting my mind. I never thought of these things before.
Yeah, they're really good.
I carry the Heritage version a lot.
Yeah,
Well, it's funny enough, I've got the Heritage as well in there, but it's quite pricey over here. It's about what was it, £79 or something? It's quite
Really?
dear.
Wow.
Yeah. Or it's not the Heritage, it's the other one. The
Oh, the generational.
generational. Sorry,
Yeah.
it was £90.
Yeah,
Well,
that
And I
one's
couldn't
American
see the
made.
value
though.
in that.
Yeah.
I think the Heritage was £35, I think.
Yeah.
right.
I think, yeah.
So the Heritage series is made in China, but
Right.
it has the D2 steel.
Yeah,
The
that's right. Yeah.
the generational series is made in the U.S. It has a bone handle, and it's $10.95 for the steel.
And
Yeah.
Bear and Son are the ones that make them.
Right.
Yeah, I think I'll go for the Heritage, though. It looks nice.
Yeah, the Heritage series, I've had really good luck with those. That's my favorite of the Middleman Stockman series.
Right.
You know,
Tell me this. You see that knife you just showed, the comparison to the Bruin? You see the scales
Yeah.
on that, the stag scales?
right.
Do you like them scales more than you like the newer scales? I think the newer stag scales are white. They're very white looking. Whereas that to me looks like stag.
Yeah. So here's the two in
Yeah, that's
comparison.
the
Let
one.
me
Yeah.
bring it up because I don't know if this one that he sent, this may be the older Staglon.
It
This
looks
one
like
is
it, yeah.
the
Yeah,
next
older.
gen for sure.
Yeah.
So it's whiter and less yellow.
Yeah.
But
I have
then-
to say I prefer the older.
yeah, here's the other version of it. So you have, let me get my fingers out of the way. So there you go. This is the next gen here, the lower one
Right.
also. So
I
but-
do like that yellow one better than the others.
yeah, the color is a little bit different, but yeah, it's definitely fun. That's for sure. But yeah,
If you want me to make them look like that, I just put one on my dashboard all summer down here in Texas, and it'll do the trick.
Perfect.
Just drop it in a cup of tea.
Yeah,
yeah, you may have some gapping.
it might shrink a little.
RJ,
After it gets melted and cooled.
RJ,
Yes, sir.
The last ranger is asking the panel here if anyone has an Ontario Shikra, Shikra, or a Bursa. I do not.
No.
I have a Rat 1. That's the only thing I have by Ontario.
No.
I don't even have a rat.
No, I don't even have a rat
bro.
anymore.
You think I would
No.
learn my lesson, Jeroen?
Kind of collector of mine.
Yeah. Yes. Tony's Pony says in the UK you can't even get their hands on an angry pickle. It's too dangerous, you guys. Yeah.
No. We
Angry
don't want to get our hands on an angry pickle.
Oh, where's mine at? Where is mine? I know Patty was dying to see it again.
Oh, I
one, don't
You have
despise
an
him
angry
now.
pickle?
Yeah, I think Tobias called it the war pickle.
Yeah.
Then it's also been called the grumpy gherkin.
I like the grumpy gherkin.
Go ahead, Tom. You
Well,
got
I
it?
can't find it.
Oh, my
Oh,
goodness.
damn.
There you go.
Hey,
Oh.
Patty, would you like it if it had a big spade blade on it?
Nope.
Okay, let's.
Right, that's lovely.
There you go.
There you go.
Nice.
That's one for you, Frog. It's a
It
dad
should.
tool.
It absolutely is. I love it.
Oh, what happened to mine? I'm always losing knives.
I know it happens to me every weekend. You know, my wife will see me running around getting ready for this show, and she's like, "What's the matter?" I said, "I can't find that knife." She goes, "Well, where is it?" I said, "I don't know. I know where I put it 2 days ago, but now I can't find it." And yeah, so if you ever want to, I guess I should film myself running around like a madman, searching through my stuff, saying I can't find it. But I think that's like all men everywhere.
If you guys don't mind, I could do a brief segue back into weird knives. I just
Sure.
came upon one.
Sure.
All topics are on the table there, Frog.
So-
And you can even start new ones.
This is the Reich Knife M1, and it is pretty weird. It is a kind of cool Tanto with a chisel grind, but just the hardware and stuff on this is really strange, in my opinion. It looks like something from like a space movie
Yeah.
or something like that. And when I saw it, I didn't know if I would like this or not. It looked kind of crazy, but honestly, having used it and carried it, it's a pretty good knife. I mean, it does the job of a knife, but it's just very strange looking. But it's green, so that's a redeeming quality, in my opinion.
Who makes that one, Frog?
Reich Knife,
Right.
they've actually they've partnered up with Microtech, and they've been making some knives with them. So some of the Microtech knives that you get now are actually being made in China. I know, well, this one here, this is the Microtech Warhound. This is a U.S. made one. I don't think I have any made in China, but there are some of the new Microtechs are being manufactured by Reich Knife. So if you want all USA, you have to make sure that it says made in the USA, because some
So
of
the
the
Reich, is that the Ruike spelling? Or is
no,
that-
Reich, R-I-K-E.
Oh, okay.
Different. It's kind of
Okay.
like a more
Different brand.
high-end company.
Different
Rook-
brand, yeah, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, Reich probably doesn't make anything for Microtech, I wouldn't imagine.
Rook,
The
yeah,
Rake.
yeah.
Yeah, the
The
Rake.
Rake, or I
No
don't know how to
budget.
pronounce it. I call it Rook because that's how it's spelled.
No. You're right. I'm thinking the other one that they pronounce Rake.
Well, yeah, it's they do pronounce Rook Rake, but I pronounce it Rook.
Oh, okay. Well,
You
the
know,
Ruike that I know is the Ruike, and they always say it's pronounced Rake. So I
Yeah,
don't-
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I call it Rook.
okay.
But yeah, this one.
If they wanted to pronounce it Rake, they shouldn't have spelled it the way they did.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one is a Reich knife though, which is different. But I mean, it's a great knife, but it's just really strange. I don't
Yeah,
know.
There was another cheaper brand that used to make like everything with gold, like fake gold anodized stuff. And I know that William showed him on his channel. I just can't think of the name of it.
MTech?
Which is it?
MTech?
Yeah, is it MTech? It might be.
They used to do that a lot. They made some really fancy looking knives that weren't, but they were pretty
Right.
good. You know, they would work.
Yeah, they look good, but they were junk.
Yeah.
Well, I remembered when you pulled out that weird knife, Frog. I do have a weird knife, one that I think a lot of people have. I know Gary, the Last Ranger, has showed this knife before, but this is the Kaiser Cyber, the one that's kind of like the Elon Musk truck, the Tesla truck knife. That's what they designed this knife after. But definitely a weird looking knife.
Absolutely.
Sure. But definitely a fun little knife. This is an M390, but yeah, the Kaiser Cyber. I think this would definitely work, right? Right, Gary?
That reminds me of Elon Musk's truck.
Yeah, that's what it was designed after.
Yeah.
Is just like this, just like the truck. So if you like to
Yeah,
play trucks with
if
your
you're
knife,
a carpenter, that would be a great knife to have in your bag.
That could make a fun video.
yeah,
Playing trucks with your knives. There you go.
exactly. It'd go as good as my saw blade test. But then, and then another great budget brand that people don't think about is the Sitvian knives. These are another nice budget knife.
Yeah.
And I like this one. This is in D2, but these guys are usually under $30.
Yeah.
You know, carved G10 and a really nice action, really sweet blade. It's just, you know, very, very nice, good stuff. And of course, who can forget the Feldspar? You know, they were in the $50 range, but now they're a lot lower now that, you know, they're a couple years out. But the Feldspar is a great knife too. Great.
I got one right here. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Another great knife that CJRB makes. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And Gary put a link for the Cyber knife up on in the chat, so that's nice. Yeah, kind of cool stuff. There you go. Okay, what do you got going on, Tom?
Well, we're talking budget knives. How about a couple budget knives from yesteryear? This is the Hammer brand toothpick or fish knife.
Oh yeah.
You can see this descaler on top. This is a single-bladed fish knife. But Hammer was kind of a budget brand for Imperial. And this one was probably in the very late 30s to early 40s. But the covers are still real nice on it.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
And then, truly a budget knife of its day, Ideal knife. And here's an Ideal toothpick.
That's nice looking.
And you can tell it's budget. I mean, it's the covers are riveted on there. But I'm sure they sold an awful lot of these knives. And this one got a lot of use out of it, but it's still in pretty good shape.
It's funny, we were talking the other night on my channel. I can remember being a little boy, and I never knew you could get blade steels that lasted longer. I never questioned the little 2-pound knife that I would have had that cut all my bows and arrows and all that. It worked absolutely perfect, sharp on a paving stone.
Yep.
It's just
We have got really.
Huh?
Was it the Rogers?
Oh no! Well, a Richards. It was an old Richards. You showed
Richards,
one this week.
Yeah.
Richards,
And they were just they were the budget. They were the Rough Rider, if you like, of the day over in the UK, and they still are. There's still a stack of Richards. But there's one that I had. Did I show you this last week? My little custom knife.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
a little friction folder.
Let me bring that up.
It's a little friction folder. It's this little case. It's just teeny. There's my hand. But I have used this more this week than nearly every other knife. It folds out. Look at that shape. Is that not just a beautiful shape?
Yeah, that's a perfect little fifth pocket knife for sure.
Yeah, exactly. I just throw it in my left pocket, and I've used it for opening packages, any zip ties, anything. It is fun. It's N690 in the blade steel. It's a hand satin rub blade. It's got hammering, very small hammering round. Can you see round the edges? It's not. I'm not going to get a great picture, I don't think. No, you can't really see it. But it is. It's made to perfection, as any bigger knife would be. And I have used that all this week as my third pocket, just in my third pocket, in my left-hand pocket for doing little, opening food packages and things.
Right.
It's just an absolute super. And let me tell you, see when you put your finger on the back of that, whatever way he has done it, I've never had one as good as this. When I put if you watch my finger change color with the pressure, you couldn't bend that if you wanted to, and it's a friction folder. I mean, It's literally that tiny little folder. It is an amazing. It was made for the UK. What do you call them? Friction folder website. Our little. God, I've got myself conflustered now. It was.
Take a breath.
It's one of the friction folder websites. I've gone completely. And I have to say, what a cracking little knife.
That is
just
good.
Really beautiful. It's a South African custom maker, and his knives are called, his company called Karoo, and he's a good Irish name, William O'Kelly. But beautiful.
Gary wants to know what you were using zip ties for, Patty.
Well, I had to take the wife off to get the dinner on.
There you go. I knew it was going to be something like that.
You have to keep them strapped to the white goods.
That's nice looking, thrifty.
Yeah, there's your
nice,
little Richards, Patty.
That's it. They're a fantastic. I don't know what it's pot steel probably, but it was a great little knife.
It's carbon something.
Yeah, takes an edge.
Yep.
I played with it so much it's broken now.
Nebucloud. Nebucloud
2 days hard use was about all they lasted. Don't worry.
Yeah, it lasted about 24 hours.
Yeah, Nebucloud has entered our chat. If you're interested in crystal skulls and all that kind of stuff, he has a shop over on Instagram. So get a hold of him over on Instagram. You can get all different sizes of from little baby ones that'll fit in your pocket if you want to EDC stuff. He has all kinds of things up to great big.
I've seen some of his skulls.
Yeah, they're really amazing.
They are amazing.
Yeah, so if you guys like that kind of stuff, be sure to check him out. Give him a follow. That's for sure. And he's an awesome guy. That's for sure. So, anyways, what was next? I got kind of lost with that. Oh, and he was the one that provided me with this Cybertruck also. So that's a good deal. Thank you again.
Are those still around?
What's that?
The Kaiser you just showed.
Yeah. Gary put a link in the chat over to Amazon, and he said they have them. Where I forget, I'd have to go back, but he said the price of what they were. But yeah, there's several different versions. I think they start at 40 and go up from there.
I'll check it out. I kind of like it.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of fun. Now I'm gonna have to go buy a toy truck to put it in the back of, so I can have it go across my board.
Yeah, I got my spaceship knife, and I can use that with that, and have all kinds of fun with it.
Absolutely. We're big on theme parties, as you can tell.
Do you ever get a time in life you feel you're in another dimension?
Yeah, sometimes they do make you travel back in time.
Do you ever get a time where you feel as if you've... Yeah, I'm in another dimension sometimes when I'm on here.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that went down like a lead fart.
No,
I was trying to process it.
I thought you were going to continue with that thought.
I was wondering why you were in another dimension.
I thought Oh no. Oh no. Let's see here. What do we got here? Tom's holding up messages. Are you okay? Tom.
Thank you, RJ. I'll visit your store.
To everyone out there, please say thank you to RJ for hosting this great live. Every Sunday, we have so much fun with it. I know RJ is shy and won't talk about it, but I know he has a store.
That's
RJ, I don't remember how you get to it. Maybe you can
Yeah.
give the details, but
I
let's
will.
help support RJ and thank him for this wonderful live.
Well, thank you, Tom. Since
Thank
you
you, Arthur.
talked about it, yes, I am kind of shy about bringing it up. However, if you go onto my YouTube channel, you are able to join the channel, and I have a couple of different levels of memberships. There are members of RJ's regiment that are here in the chat, and you can get little custom emojis and stuff if you're interested in those kind of things. And there's other stuff like that. If you want merchandise, I have shirts and cups and other things that have my logo on them. And there is a link on the YouTube channel. It says store, and there is a link to that store, so you can definitely go there and get some stuff if you're interested in those kind of things. Yes, and Zen Ali, I am a host from another dimension, namely California. So
I see Mimo put a link up to your store, so thanks, Mimo.
thank you very much, Mimo. I appreciate that. Yeah, Big J, you're right. Everyone in this community is great to newcomers. We welcome people to share their knife hobby, and I've always had a wonderful relationship with this community. Guys like Patty, Papa Bear, that's been around forever, has welcomed all of us in, and he hangs out with us, and the fact that he'll even speak to us speaks volumes.
And when you say forever, he knew Moby Dick when he was a guppy.
Well, call me Ishmael.
Oh, I didn't want to boast.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I mean, all of us, Tom and John and I all started right around the same time. I think maybe Tom came on about a year after. I don't remember exactly. But we've all gotten to know each other through YouTube. Frog, I don't know how long you've been around. I know you came after. Yeah, you came after Tom, and we've had a great relationship. Getting to know you too, and yeah, it's just a lot of fun. Being in the knife community on YouTube is fantastic, and I'm thankful for all of you guys and the friendships that we've made, and everybody in the chat. Yes, Zen, we are definitely nerds. We are knife nerds, and we're proud. And Stuart Gross, you almost forgot we were on. Well, we almost did too, but here we are.
Stuart. Stuart.
And you're right, Jerome. That is a nice mug, the one for coffee, because it's not this one that you're looking at. Anyways, we can transition off of that. What's next?
Hey,
what do we got?
Just a little another public service announcement.
Sure.
This kind of goes in with the budget knives, but this is the Victorinox Evo Grip 11, and I've talked about it before. I absolutely love this knife. I don't know which one of you would like to speak to it, but I understand that Victorinox is going to be retiring a lot of their models this year. Would somebody like to talk about that? They are budget knives, but some folks in the chat might not realize that knife they've been saving for might not be around anymore.
Oh.
Is the Evo Grip one of the ones that they're retiring?
I believe it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I am surprised at that. Do you have any info on that, Patty? Have you been following?
Only what I heard on I can't remember whose live it was, but the Evo Grip are going completely.
Oh, really?
That
Wow.
the Wenger sort of style knives are going, and they're cutting down their models because they've got so many models. Apparently it's quite a big cull, but you're still going to be able to get the original sort of most popular versions. And I think that's what they're trying to do is slim it down a wee bit.
Yeah.
But I would say there's been an awful lot of employees that are going to be laid off, which is quite sad as well. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Go ahead, John. You wanted to show something there?
Yeah, I was just going to say I just picked this up because of it going away. I wanted to make sure I got a hold of it.
I got one of those. They're lovely.
Is that the Bantam?
This is the Smooth Alox Excelsior.
Ah.
So, yeah, the little oval shaped one. And it's the 2-blade penknife. I know how much you like pen knives.
Honestly, I just think they're the most useful knives. Never mind your big fancy bowies. These are the knives that, if you're a knife lover, you could just use them. They're fantastic.
I agree. 100%.
So, yeah, if you're interested in that, make sure you grab one because they're going to be going away.
Oh.
Yeah, anytime they discontinue knives, that's sad. But hopefully, once things change, they'll bring back some of those lines. You know, the economies are going through their ups and downs, but it never lasts forever, one way or the other.
John, Jerome's asking what the.
Yeah, I answered in there.
Stuart's wondering what that knife costs.
Yeah, it's $25. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I ask everybody on panel, what is your most used knife? If you have one.
Yep, I'll have to go and get it.
Oh.
My most used knife is this one right here.
Oh, nice.
It's not nice.
Well, no, I mean, look.
Well, let's see.
It's a Ganzo.
It's a Ganzo Firebird. Yeah.
I beat the living hell out of it.
And you go, boys. Good boys.
But that's what makes a knife good, you know?
You see, I don't ever clean it either. It's all trash. But that's the kind of knife you need, one you just need to grab and you don't have to worry about it. But,
exactly.
Yep.
Hey, pretty fly for a knife guy.
Well, I would have to say, if you're talking about all time, back before I was a quote unquote knife nerd, my most carried knife, and I carried this one for over a decade, but this is the Victorinox Economy Recruit, and it's got the 4th blade in here too. But anyway, you can see I carried it so much that it wore the logo off of it. So again,
that's not easy to do.
In the 80s and 90s, this was my knife. If you're talking about currently, right now, probably my Buck 112 Slim is probably my most used on a daily basis now.
Nice.
Here's mine. This is the Oki. This is the Old Hickory. And this is my paring knife. Oh, there's even rust on it. I use this nearly every day. It's a little paring knife. It's in carbon steel. And if I don't dry it properly, I have to clean the rust off before I use it the next day.
Yeah.
But this is just a fantastic, look at the state of that handle. It's just, but I just use it. I love this for paring. Absolutely.
Sure.
Those Old Hickories are great knives.
Oh, I've got its big brother here as well.
Yeah.
And it's used a lot.
That is a big brother, yeah.
But honestly, this is a little paring knife. Look how thin that blade stock is. It's nearly down to open L thickness, but it's fantastic in the kitchen.
Yeah, I was going to say that looks like it's about as thin as an open L is.
Yeah.
That's exactly
I think they actually call it the bird and trout, or is it the paring knife?
No, that's the bird and trout, I think. Because the paring knife doesn't have the sheath to it.
Right. Oh, there you go.
So that's
an absolutely fantastic buy.
Yeah. And Gary the Last Stranger said that, I know he's done several videos on this, the Kershaw knockout. That was one of his favorite knives. And how many did you have, Gary? I think you had 8 different versions of that because he loved that knife. But my most used and I'm going to say most carried since, really the 80s, is the classic SD. This is my oldest one. As you can see, it's like all kind of dished out here in the center. My dad gave me this knife, and I haven't seen another one with the black, covers like this. But I have carried this knife forever. He gave it to me right before I went overseas in Germany, and I've had a classic SD on my key ring ever since. And this is one of the older ones that says Rost Fry. But yeah, this thing's been with me everywhere, done whatever daily tasks I needed. And that's when I learned that I need the little pair of scissors all the time. So
that's the only knife my dad ever carried.
Yeah, my dad was the same way. When he discovered the classic SD, that was it for him. But it makes sense because, of course, we took it as being knife nerds. We get into all this stuff and we collect knives and we have all these different versions and stuff. But for him, he was just a regular worker. It's small, it's lightweight, doesn't get in the way, attaches to his keys. And then if he needed a knife, and he used the scissors more than anything else on there, it's just right there. And he worked in electronics and stuff also. So, for, flipping dip switches and stuff like that, that little SD screwdriver part of it is perfect for doing stuff like that. So just, the classic SD is what you give a boy when his mom says he's too young. Well, maybe.
Exactly.
So you have to shout out that Rost Fry part. Okay, Jerome. That's funny.
If we're going traditional, this would be my work knife. This would be the traditional work knife that I'll use the most. This is an Ashley Harrison custom. Now, you see, it's funny when I say Ashley Harrison custom. I mean, this knife is just over £100. So, I mean, saying a custom doesn't do it justice. It's an 01 tool steel, the most beautiful dyed bone. And I love the shield on this. It's like it's more like an English heraldic type of a shield.
Yeah.
But a real good, big, strong knife in the hand. Good and sturdy.
Excellent.
There's just a wee quick one there. You're talking about the classic. This is what I've been using an awful lot of. This is a brass one, so it's a wee bit more expensive, but the basic one is exactly the same. It's like the classic. You have the nail file, and then you have the scissors, and then on the other side you have the main blade, exactly the same blade. It's the same size knife, but you also have this, which is the killer. It's a posi drive screwdriver and a cap lifter on it. I really think this is brilliant for the grandkids' toys.
Oh, yeah.
Posi drive to get the batteries out.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the Rambler? Is that what that's called?
That's the Rambler, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's got my PPP. It's in brass and it has PPP on it.
Yeah, I need to get one of those Ramblers because that is definitely a cool tool. That's for sure. Hey, yeah, he's here. Yep. Okay, so what do you got there, John? I have another budget knife too.
Yeah, just for my most traditional carry, this would be it. This is the knife we spoke of earlier. It's the Heritage Series Bruin.
Yes.
Well, I'm definitely getting that. That is
cool. Yeah, beautiful knife. I love the Bruin. I didn't know how much I needed one until I got one.
That's the way it is with all of my knives.
It's that is. I'm definitely getting that one.
Yeah, nice little drop point on there.
Yes,
beautiful.
Such a handy knife. It doesn't matter what version you get it, whether it's Uncle Henry makes a version, Old Timer has 2 or 3 different versions. It's just such a definitely good knife.
Awesome.
But yeah, I went and grabbed a couple of the other knives. My SD, I saw that I had the cold steel, the Tough Light. So definitely a budget blade. I think when I bought it, this one, they were still under $25. I think they're still under 30.
Yeah.
But you talk about just, with these finger choils that are in there and the jimping on top, this thing is locked into your hand. And this is just a box cutter on steroids. That's for sure. But this will, for those that like a Wharncliffe type blade, this is a fantastic work knife.
If you know my channel, you'll know I'm a Wharncliffe junkie. I think the last 12 knives I've shown were Wharncliffes.
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny because I sometimes don't realize how much of a Wharncliffe junkie I am, and then I'll go look through my knives and stuff. I'm like, wow, that's a Wharncliffe, that's a Wharncliffe, that's a Wharncliffe. It's just kind of funny how stuff.
What's your most used knife, Freedom Frog?
Well, mine is nothing traditional or fancy or anything like that. It's an auto, but it's the Boker Kalashnikov.
Oh, those are nice. Yeah.
And well, yeah, it cost, when I got this, it had the Aus 8 steel. They've gone up in price now. They've upgraded to D2, and I actually have one in S30V as well that the wife got for me. But this is the one I carried, the old one with the Aus 8. This costs about $35. As you can see, the edge needs a little love. Blade wobbles a little bit. I just got to tighten the pivot. But, I mean, I carry this thing, and I use it to open all my other knives. So it's that's a good user. Every time I break this out, I know something good's coming. So I'm very happy with this. And probably my other most used knife is the wee Isham Arrakis. Speaking of Wharncliffes, and I love this thing. It doesn't look like it would have good ergos, but it really does. And just a great knife. Bowler M390 steel. Never had to sharpen it, and good action. Wee does them pretty well, so I like that one too.
That's nice.
Yeah,
I love the fact that your knives are very far out. They're completely different to what I would collect, but I love seeing other people's collection, and yours has that theme going right through it.
Yeah, it gives you ideas for what to do with your own collection. That's for sure.
I like all kinds of knives. I do like the traditionals. I didn't bring any out today because I figured you guys are very into traditionals, so I figured I'd, bring out some moderns.
And
I love to see them.
Yeah, we love to see all knives. I think that's the whole thing, is that we all complement each other in our styles and stuff. A lot of us overlap, but a lot of us, we still look at everything.
Yeah.
And that's really the best way to be. I'm always up to look at whatever knife is there. If it's a modern, if it's a traditional, a fixed blade, if it's a small knife, if it's a large knife, whatever, I'm good. I'll look at all of them.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, appreciate all kinds of different knives. Doesn't matter. And it just takes a little more, I guess, a little more of a different or a difference or a change for a modern knife to excite me, because I think a lot of them, I don't appreciate the smaller differences in the modern knives as I do the traditional knives, and so it takes something quite unique to excite me,
Yeah,
I do like unique. Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's generational too. As you get older, and we look at like all of us older guys, we kind of look at the knives we grew up with, and we look at the knives that were there in the past. But for you, Frog, when you're our age, you'll be looking at more modern stuff than maybe we are. As far as like the knives that you always wanted to get, or what you think something that speaks to you. So it'll be different. It's generational, but I think it's just really good to have those touchstones to the past.
Yeah, and
how far
sorry to cut you off.
Oh, go ahead.
it really excites me to see like what Little Frog's generation comes out with. You know, what kind of knives they'll have. If they're even knives at all, they could be little lightsabers that they're using or something. You know, I'm excited to see what the future holds.
Yeah.
And I love every time something new comes out that I say, like, I've never seen anything like that before. You know, I love it. You know, I love the old knives and I love the new, because sometimes Tom or Thrifty or somebody will show a knife and I'll say, well, I've never seen something like that before. Or, you know, I missed that traditional or something like that. And, yeah, it's really cool to see. And you know, so I love the old, the new, and the current.
Yeah, and Jeroen made a good point. He asked if we go through phases from traditional to modern and back. I know I do for sure. You know, I'll go through phases where I'm really super interested in moderns, and then I'll just all of a sudden I'll pivot and I'll go back into traditionals or fixed blades or whatever. How about you guys? Because I kind of do that in my collection and in my channel for sure. But what do you guys say?
I guess for me, the modern knives that I did buy, I bought them because of the profession I was in, and I bought them for a purpose, for a specific purpose. As far as for collecting goes, I can't say that I've done much pivoting. Now, I've had some knives given to me, like this CJRB Malia, and I thought I'd break it out again and show everyone. I think they just came out with a revision to this knife.
Yep.
A new one. Yeah.
It's like a bigger one.
Yeah. And this is a Swags design.
Mhm.
You know, I can appreciate this knife. I appreciate it. I've carried it. It's a sharp looking knife. I mean, it's got good detail to it. It's got good ergonomics to it. Nice blade shape to it. So yeah, I can get into this, but it's not, you know, this would be enough to satisfy my modern knife needs for everyday carry at this time. Now that doesn't mean something else might jump out at me and I might get one, but I got to say I am stuck in yesteryear, and I do kind of stick with the traditionals.
Yeah, no, I hear that. It's funny for me because you know, for me, like 10 years ago, you know, I'm when I started even being interested in knives, like this was the modern knife, you know, the CJRB, you know. So like to me, like a traditional knife kind of seems like that. If you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it just depends on when you were born, I guess. I was born in 91.
Yeah.
So I guess my traditional knives are maybe your modern knives. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I know when I was what RJ was talking about pivoting back and forth between modern and traditional, whatever. I try to always each year have sort of a game plan in mind. But whenever new knives are introduced or SHOT Show comes out or you see something new from SMKW, you get thrown off course all the time. So like, I'll just give you an example. There was this new silver bullet knife that came out, the Granddaddy Barlow that they just introduced.
Right.
It was made by GEC, but it's a Remington and it's like $200. I'm like, if I bought that, that would completely throw me out of whack on my plan for what I want to do, you know? So I almost have to like remain very disciplined to just do what I want to do without all these new introductions making me pivot into something, you know? So I kind of get forced by the market one way or another, just depending on what comes out.
Yeah. Yep, I hear you. I would like to have cut, but unfortunately my knife budget just took a hit because I have a lot of medical stuff that just popped up unexpectedly. So that's where my knife.
You talked about when that the stealth drop of the Buck 110 came out, right? You know, that sort of thing. With it's just, you know, you don't expect that, and then all of a sudden that throws a wrench into your plans.
Absolutely.
I've gotten off course with my buck knife collection, and so my goal this year was to not get off course, but it is extremely difficult.
Yeah.
Extremely difficult.
Yeah.
My collecting is much like the hamster wheel in this wee oval shape here. It's just see shiny thing go by, and
I'm the same way, Patty.
You like a
like I have
raccoon?
got.
Huh?
I set out like sort of 4 knives that I wanted to get, type of knives that I wanted to get for this year,
Right.
and I bought them all in the space of about 3 days. That's where I go. Now I don't have the cash to do that, so I'll sell or trade. But I
Right.
ended up in 1 month, there it is. I've got all the 4 standards that I want. So it's really play here. I can go for whatever I want now.
Right.
I've got the ones that I wanted to get.
And Byron, I would say if you're seriously thinking about buying that Barlow, I agree with you. It's beautiful. If it won't hurt you financially, go for it, because I
Yeah.
think that's definitely a knife that I would, without seeing it or handling it, I would suggest that if you can get it, get it. And Crispy Critter says when he shows his granddaughter his collection, she always gravitates towards traditional knives, and that's just because she has good taste. You know? but the good thing about the traditional knives is that a lot of them are very good looking knives. So that's the other thing.
They are very nice looking. That's a nice knife.
Well, I just was going to use this to kind of make the point of it's all relative. In 2003, when I first became a peace officer, I thought I had to have some sort of tactical knife. And I was in a local sporting goods store, and I bought this knife. It's a Blackie Collins design made by Meyer Co. And I think it was $32. And I bought it, and I felt guilty for a week because I spent $32 on a knife. I had never spent that much money on a knife before. Everything else had been just plain old pocket knives. But, this would be, a budget knife in the big realm of things. It's a modern knife, and yet it's a knife for almost 17 years was always in my pocket. Thank goodness I never had to use it for what I thought, what I bought it for, but it was always there.
Right.
So this was one of the modern knives that I do own, and I bought for a specific purpose.
Looks like it would be a good rescue knife too.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, Blackie Collins is he's passed away now, but he was a legend.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But it's all perspective.
Yeah, it's true.
The other thing is, too, if somebody's going to buy that big Barlow, the Granddaddy Barlow, really do make sure that you know what size a big Granddaddy Barlow is, because, it is a big, long knife. it's, this one isn't even an extremely long one, and it is 8.5 inches, which is a long pocket knife.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just make sure you know what size it is before you go and buy one. That's it.
Yeah, if I bought that GEC, it would probably never leave the house.
No.
Yeah. And that's why I'm trying to say that, because yes, it's beautiful, but just make sure you know exactly what you're getting. I have a terrible habit of buying knives and not checking the size.
Right.
And the amount of knives that I end up with at this size.
Right. I've done that before. Buying one, I think it's going to be regular size, but it's actually a mini. But Byron he wants us to interpret his dream last night. He said that his wife had that Barlow and was laughing hysterically while approaching his throat. Any interpretation on that?
Oh, Byron's big enough and ugly enough. He knows what it is.
What was did you have Brian Adams on in the background? It cuts like a knife, but maybe, I don't know. Yeah, Granddaddy Barlows are definitely a back pocket knife. I agree, Zen.
On that note, fellas, if you don't mind, I'm going to say good night.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry to skip out early, but
no, we're getting ready to wrap it up here in a couple minutes anyway. So you're right on time.
I've had an absolute ball again. Just thank you so much, all of you, and it was nice to meet you, Frog. Really lovely to see you. I hope we'll see you again.
Nice to meet you as well.
Take care now. Good night.
Take care, Patty.
All right.
Goodbye, Patty. Say hi to Mrs. Patty for us.
I will indeed. Take care. And you say bye to my future wife.
I will. I will. Goodbye
Take care
now.
Bye. Bye.
My
We'll see you. Okay. Yep. Pete's got to go. He says it's getting to be football time. So
Yes.
yeah, I think we'll go ahead and we'll wrap it up here. So I want to thank our panel, of course, for being here and participating. Thank you, all you guys in the chat. Whatever team you're cheering on today, then go ahead and have fun with the Super Bowl. I hope you guys enjoy that, and it definitely turns out the way you want it to. Oh, Jerome says, did Sally ring a bell, Tom? Did she?
No, no.
Okay. Yeah, Stephen is sending a postcard, Tom.
Okay.
Nice callback. That was nice.
Oh.
All right, we'll see you later, El Phoenix. Take care, Pete. I'll be making a video about the stuff you sent me. That's for sure. So you guys have a good one. We'll go ahead and end it up here. Thank you for being at RJ's Lives, and I hope you guys join us again next weekend. We'll see you later. Take care.